Let's begin now.
How's it everyone, Grant here, welcome back to the channel. And today I've got the unlocked Samsung Galaxy Fold. And so I haven't been this excited for a phone or a device in a very long time. And I know a lot of people aren't so high on the Galaxy Fold because of all the issues that I was having before it even came out. But I'm still very much intrigued by the phone. I think it's still a different approach to phones and tech in general. It's the first major manufactured folding display phone on the market. And so yes, there's been other attempts, but Samsung is the first major manufacturer to actually release this thing. So I'm really excited to try it. Samsung Galaxy Fold there. And you can see here, it is the unlocked model. So I'm very excited to try this. This is pretty much the same internals as the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus and the Note 10. It's got the Snapdragon 855. This will have 12 gigs of RAM, pretty much the same camera setup as those phones, same front dual camera setup as the S10 Plus as well. So a lot of the same internals, just with that folding display. And so let's go ahead and dig into the box and check this thing out. So let's pop this open. Put that there. So Galaxy Fold. And I really haven't watched any other unboxings because I really want to see this myself and really experience this because it's just something different. I haven't even gone to the store to check this thing out. This is my first time ever seeing or handling this. Very nice packaging by Samsung, and it really should be. And I'm not looking at this from a practical standpoint. It is definitely not a practical buy at $2,000. If you're looking at this from a price to value or any kind of a practical rationale on why you should get this phone, just stop and don't get it because there is no practical reason to get it. If you have the disposable income, you're really into tech, and you just want to try something different, that's why you're going to get this phone. And that's really why I'm getting it. I'm not looking at it as, yes, it's a great value. This is going to be such a great, perfect phone. It's not. This is a Gen 1 device, and I'm treating it like that. And I just want to experience it for the first time. And yes, it has all of these care instructions on what you should not do with your phone. So don't press the screen hard. Folding it back, don't place any objects such as cards or anything. Device is not water or dust resistant, obviously. And don't attach adhesive or films or stickers to your display. Don't do any of that. Make sure you don't have any kind of magnets. I heard trim your fingernails, all this stuff. So all this stuff you shouldn't do. But when you think about it, and if you've seen all the issues that I was having before in pre-production with the screens peeling and getting destroyed, I think if we use it from a practical standpoint, just use some common sense, I really think that this can be something very usable. So let's go ahead and tear up the plastic. There you go. Peel that off. And there you go. So I've got the all black. So you can see I think that's like a 4.6-inch screen or something on the front. You can see the triple camera setup on the back with the lens. You've got your speaker, your Type-C port, and fingerprint sensor, I believe. The power button as well as the volume rocker there. And your SIM card tray on the left-hand side. And I think this is another speaker grill, so I think the speakers on this might be really good. You probably have some dual firing speakers there. And you have another microphone up top. You've got dual front-facing speakers, or dual inside display cameras, I should say. And it's the same camera setup as on the Galaxy S10 Plus. And then, of course, you have a single camera on the front as well. So you've got 3, 4, 6 cameras on this thing. I think you're going to be covered from a camera standpoint. So I know it's hard, but let's kind of put this down for a little while and check out what else comes in the box. Definitely a great unboxing experience, and again, for $2,000 it better be. Unfold the future, meet your Galaxy Fold. So you've got that. You've got your Fold Premier service. So let's take a look here. You've got your concierge, 24 hours at your disposal. You've got 1 year of screen replacement offer. That's going to cost you $149 plus taxes. And find out more about the service with that QR code there. And let's see what else is in here. Let's see, any easy way to open this up. So cool, they actually give you a case, and it looks to be a carbon fiber case. So that's pretty nice. And let's see. So here's all the paperwork and everything else. Let's check this out. So get the most out of your phone, quick start guide, safety information, and how to apply the case. So it's basically 2 sides, obviously, because it folds. So there you go with that. And let's go and see here. Did I miss anything else in here? I think I did. Let's see what this is. So reference manual. So actually let's kind of check this out for a bit. So how to insert your card. You may want to read through this. I may do this as well, just because it's a brand new device. It does have wireless power share, just like the other Note and S10 devices. You can wirelessly charge from the phone, back of the phone. Talks about multitasking, Samsung Care, which you might want to get for this type of a phone, and other things that they want you to know. You do have your SIM tool there, SIM removal tool. And let's get this case off this, two sides. So obviously this is going to be the front side. And it's a very nice soft touch material. I thought it'd be a little bit harder. So it's actually quite flimsy, not in a bad way, but I just thought it'd be a little bit more rigid. But that's the front side, and let's check out the back. Maybe this is a little bit more rigid, more surface area. A little bit, but still feels kind of plasticky. But nice soft touch carbon fiber look to it. You can see fold right there. So this looks to be a pretty nice case that they're including for you. It's just going to protect you from scratches, obviously. Not add any kind of bulk, and definitely not going to give you drop protection. You drop this phone and you're pretty much going to be done. You have Samsung's generic adaptive fast charging, which is probably Quick Charge 2 still, sadly. And you've got your OTG adapter here. So USB to Type-C adapter for data transfers. Standard Samsung issue. And they're giving you some Galaxy Buds with this. So you spend $2,000 and they are going to give you a free pair of Galaxy Buds. So there you go. Samsung, Sound by AKG, Type-C on the back, and there are the buds. So I've got some white buds. This is cool. I'm going to get some black ones. I'll probably use this. So let's put this on the side here. And let's see what's in here. Probably just your cable, and it is. Should be USB to USB Type-C, and it is. And let's see what else. I think these are just more ear tips for your Galaxy Buds. Let's just be sure about that. Yep, so you actually have some ear tips, and you got some wings here as well. So ear tips and wings for your Galaxy Buds, so that's pretty nice. Okay, so we've cleaned up a little bit, so let's take a look at the fold. So this is gonna be my first time folding it. So it's got these kind of, I guess, grommets or reinforcements at the bottom and at the top, and on the sides to kind of reinforce the display. So let's try to press at the hinge, and you can see the crease there, and it just closes up just like that. So you can feel this, the springs or whatever in there as it closes. You can, as soon as you pop that hinge, you can just feel it nicely close. So you got that Samsung logo there. That's what it looks like on the back. Here's how thick this thing is. So it's definitely like two sandwiched phones. It's not as heavy as I thought it was going to be, but it is definitely heavy. Has some good heft and weight to it. But I thought it was going to be a lot heavier for some reason. And it's just so narrow. So this just feels very comfortable to hold. It's just going to be tall, but you've got a small screen to interact with on the front. And let's unfold this. And it just springs open. So as soon as you, it's just resistance up front. So as soon as you kind of undo it, you can just feel it spring open to about that far, and you just pop it into place. So very nice there. Close and open. So let's see if I can do this one-handed. So if I just, there. So yeah, you just have to pretty much get that lock open. So once you kind of unhinge it with one hand, it just pops all the way open like that, and you just pop it flat. So let's go ahead and power it on. There we go, Samsung Galaxy Fold. So like I said, same internals as the Note 10 and S10, Snapdragon 855. This has 12 gigs of RAM. It's got, I think, somewhere over a 4,000 milliamp hour battery or so. So we'll see how battery life is on such a big display. It is a Quad HD display, but it's some odd resolution just because of the kind of aspect ratio that it has here. So I'm kind of curious to see what video is going to look like on this aspect ratio as well. It's got those dual speakers.
Let me help you get set up more easily by guiding you through the steps.
And that was pretty loud, so I have high hopes for these speakers. So let's kind of go through the setup here.
Let's look at the terms and conditions.
So this should be standard Samsung setup. So I'll get through this and I'll pause where if there's anything that's different. So here we are at the fingerprint scanner. So it's on the outside here. So let's go ahead and try this. So very much like Sony side-mounted sensors here. Let's see how long this takes to set up. It's definitely already longer than other fingerprint scanners. Get a full scan. So let's keep putting different parts of the fingerprint on. There we go. We'll add another one. So I'll add this side because I'm a lefty and I want to hold my phone from this side. So let's try to scan that finger. So this is interesting because this is not how I'll probably be holding the phone when I'm trying to unlock it. I'll have it folded, but let's try to get it to scan in. There we go, fingerprints added. So there we go, welcome to your Galaxy Fold. So it just shows you about continuity and how you can start using your apps on the outside small screen, open up and keep using those same apps. Swipe gestures to get to your quick settings or quickly launch apps. So it just basically shows you how to do things. And again, what not to do with it. But there it is. There is the first home screen. And this is very nice. And it's actually pretty comfortable to hold in one hand. I suppose it's going to be dependent upon how big your hands are, but it's pretty comfortable to hold. And of course, since you have the camera modules and sensors there, your status bar doesn't start until here, but that's okay because, you know, if you have it open, you've got a very wide display there. But this is looking pretty nice. Swipe up. So this is what comes. Let's turn the volume down here. So this is what comes pre-installed on the unlocked model. So usually in the US we have the AT&T model. That's what I've pretty much seen around. But this is the unlocked model. Doesn't seem to be like too many things here. You've got your standard Google apps there. Samsung apps as well. And it's your Samsung calendar, etc. Clock, contacts. You do have Facebook that's coming pre-installed. That's some bloatware there. Samsung Global Goals. Spotify comes pre-installed as well. So Facebook, Spotify, but otherwise not really too bad. Let's go ahead and take a look at the settings menu. So let's go in here and let's check software information. Android 9 out of the box with the August security patch. Let's go ahead and check for software update. So August security patch, let's see what updates we get, if any. So we do have the October security patch coming down here, so we'll let that download. And let's see what else we got here. So otherwise it looks pretty much standard. All the Samsung settings that you'll normally get. Let's take a look at display. Night mode, we can turn on dark mode there. Screen mode, so you can go neutral or vivid. You can adjust cooler to warmer. Let's try that. We'll install this a little bit later. What else do we have? Navigation bar, so do you want full screen gestures of the buttons or the buttons? Let's just keep the buttons for now. Let's check out advanced features, see if we see anything new in there. Reduce animations, motion gestures, let's see that. All the same type of motion gestures, lift to wake, double tap to wake, all these things. We'll turn that on. Palm swipe to capture, all that stuff is in here. I don't see anything really new. So that's pretty much it. I'll keep going through this in more detail and I'll have some follow-up videos if I see anything else. Let's open up the camera app. So there's the camera, so that's a massive viewfinder there. So that's gonna be pretty nice. But you have your telephoto, normal, ultra wide, live focus modes, pro mode, night mode. So all the same camera features. Okay, so let's fire up a video here so we can see what this display looks like, how the speakers sound. Let's go and find 4K 60. Got that. So that right there, actually, I don't know how that comes across on camera, but in person, the display looks really nice. The speakers are pretty loud here. Let's try this one. So there you go. I mean, the speakers are pretty loud to me. The display looks very nice. You can't really see the crease when you're looking at the videos, especially with darker backgrounds. You're going to see it more with lighter backgrounds, and really only when you start to tilt the screen, like you can see there, maybe showing up. But looking at it straight on, I don't really notice it, and watching videos with darker backgrounds, or just in general straight on, I'm not really noticing it. So that's pretty good there. So now maybe let's go ahead and try on the case and see what that's like. So let's go ahead and shine this up and clean it up before we put the case on. But so far, first impressions, I am still impressed with the Galaxy Fold. I haven't held it or anything before this. This is my very first time using it, and so far I really do like it. First impressions. We'll see how it holds up as I use it, but let's try to put on this case here on the back. Snap that on. So actually, I think it has something on it. Let's take this off real quickly. It's got something in here. So maybe some adhesive to help it stick or something. But you can see, I'm going to leave that one on, see if it makes a difference or not. But goes on real easy just like that. We'll do the same to the front. We'll pop on the front case and then we'll check the front display. So this kind of reminds me of the old school foldables where you used to have that small display in the front and you flipped it up for the big display. But that's what that looks like there. You turn it on and unlock. Let's try to use this finger. Unlock speed there. Pretty good. And not too bad using this finger here. Let's try again. It's not working, so I think you have to have it on. So it displays on, then it unlocks. So again, with it off, tapping on the fingerprint scanner, nothing happens. Turn it on, then it unlocks. So that's kind of odd. So I think it has a raise to wake, or maybe a tap to wake. I think I'm gonna have to turn on raise to wake because this screen needs to actually be on, then you can unlock it with the sensor, which is kind of weird to me. But that's what the small front display looks like. Let's go ahead and swipe up. So this is what your app drawer is gonna look like on here. And let's see, can I launch something like YouTube? Yep, I can. And let's see if I can play YouTube on this. So that's what watching YouTube on this small display is going to look like. But you can totally do it. And let's try to actually start that video again here. And then open up this Fold. And there you go, it's playing on the inside, so that's cool. That's really cool. So we'll close it up. I don't want to press into display. I'm afraid that's going to mess it up, but that's what that kind of looks like there. You can do things like maps. Start on a map there, open it up, and there's your map. So that's pretty cool. Let's see if we can get into it again. But yeah, so that's kind of what using this is going to be like on this front display here. So before we get out of here, let's kind of do a size comparison. So I've got the Galaxy S10 Plus here. Let's take the case off of that. So here's the size. So it's roughly the same height as the S10 Plus. You can see here. Pretty much the same height as S10 Plus. I mean, it's going to be way thicker, so that's not worth comparing, but that's pretty much what you're looking like, or what you're looking at from an S10 Plus to a Galaxy Fold. We've also got the Note 10 Plus back here. So that's the size, just a little bit taller on the Note 10 Plus. But that's what that looks like there. So I think that's pretty much going to do it for my unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy Fold. If you have any other questions or comments and things you specifically want me to cover on the Galaxy Fold in future videos, let me know in the comments down below. But as always, thanks for watching.